Okay, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk, May is our whole house sale month, and we're
Okay.
going to start at the top. If I can get this ladder over here, I want to show you some things to look at on your roof.
Let me help you with that. I don't mind.
Well, if you let me fall now, I'm not going to be happy.
No, this is where
I'll fall on you.
my dad, this is where I came in. Yeah, I was real handy with my dad. He's like, keep it steady.
Now, this
that was my
is
job.
one of the dangers you have if you're working on your gutters or your roof.
Right.
Don't fall off the ladder.
Right.
But right here, if you can see at the base, if your shingles start to curl
Right.
with the water in the wintertime, you've had any ice buildup like here, then that can damage your whole roof.
Okay.
So you want to prevent that.
All right.
You want to look at your gutter job. You were talking about yours.
It's awful.
You see how our topper here goes back in under the shingles?
Right.
If you can lift it up, that's so the rain will come off onto the topper and down into your gutters.
And then, of course, you don't have to clean, which is the thing that a lot of people are looking at.
And a lot of gutters are just nailed to your bandboard.
Right.
So if that happens, you'll get a lot of wood rot down here underneath your
Just
soffit.
those long spikes that sort of tend to attract water.
Right. Patrick, tell them why you think our roof's the best roof out there.
Well, I'll tell you, when you look at the roof, a lot of the asphalt roofs, you'll start to see the granules that continuously come off and they end up in your gutter.
Yes.
That's going to cause problems long term.
So my lousy shingle granules are rolling down into my lousy gutters. All right, you're 2 for 2.
Exactly. So this is actually one of our metal shingle roofs. A lot of people are interested in the quality and the longevity of a metal roof, but don't like the barn style look.
Right, the seamed look.
Yep.
But
this is another option that you have that's actually a metal shingle.
And it's a panel, right? It's not, I mean, you call it a shingle, but in terms of like an asphalt shingle that can curl, this just can't. I'm guessing there are fewer seams than if you're dealing with asphalt.
Correct. Yeah, a lot fewer seams because it comes in sheets.
All right, so far my house is failing this particular inspection. What else we got here?
Well, you come into your soffit here,
Okay.
if it's not properly ventilated,
Right.
then it will cause heat buildup, which will again help your shingles curl up and ruin your shingles. Patrick, what do we do with our soffit to make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's two things. To go back a little bit to the gutters, the gutters are actually, what's necessary is a water management system.
Right.
If you look at the problems that you have with your house, from rotted window sills, splashback, ice on the ground around as the weather changes, all that's going to be coming from the gutters.
Okay.
So 12,000 gallons of water is going to hit your roof this year. So imagine if only 10% of that didn't go into the gutters.
Well, I think 5% is going in.
95 staying out.
We're dealing with hundreds, if not thousands, of gallons of water. All right, and again, it starts up here, the damage, but it works its way down. I think a lot of people think that the soffit's decorative, but there's a purpose for that.
Correct. What it's going to do, it's actually going to allow the air to flow up into the attic to dry out the decking, to actually move that hot air that we're going to have in our attic this summer out through the vents, as opposed to keeping it stale. The nice thing is you don't see all the holes in the soffit. Ours is vented.
Sure.
It's actually an invisible vent, what we call, so that way you can't see the vents from the street.
Looks pretty critter-proof too.
Correct.
As far as that goes, those openings, man, they can find them. All right, I'm 0 for 3. I got roof, I need gutters, and I need vents. And I'm not doing this for the sake of television. My house, you're making me feel awful about my castle.
Just bring your checkbook out, and we're in good shape. We have a whole house sale going on, and we'll take good care of you.
Still have the contest going?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Sweepstakes Drawings Labor Day. Now you come down to your windows, and you can see how if we put them on here.
I really don't want to talk about my windows.
We have it trimmed out so that no water can get in behind, no water can get here. Because if you start looking with the PVC trim that we put on here, if you just have wood or you don't have it sealed off, water gets in under there. And if you've ever seen water and wood, it doesn't mix good, particularly when the wood can't dry out.
Sure. Well, and water plus wood equals critters, environments you don't want. Yeah.
Mold,
all the
other things you don't like.
You've been lurking around my backyard.
So Patrick, tell them why our window works really well for them.
Well, one of the things that we see as we go into people's homes is, one, they're actually wearing sweatshirts in their own house.
Sure.
Because they're cold.
Okay, right.
They have plastic on their windows, or they move their furniture around so they're not around the windows. So the triple pane window that we offer is going to give you an opportunity to be comfortable in your own home, keep the air out. A lot of people are familiar with the government tax credit.
Right.
They have minimum standards. Typically, the government wants people to qualify those. Our window is actually 37% better than the government minimum.
That's nice, and the government minimum is pretty high. I know that if people go to IndyStyle.tv or click on Unique Home Solution, they'll see the demonstration on the heat and what that does not allow to transfer in and out.
Correct.
We got less than a minute. One more thing you want to make sure we see?
Well, the extra thing about the window is it's a window of the future. It's already pre-qualified for the 2015 EPA standards.
Nice.
So if you buy windows that aren't, you're going to have to replace them in about 3-4 years. That's always fun. doing
No,
it
I'm
twice.
3 or 4 years behind on replacing mine.
All right, look out here.
Okay.
We can take your siding if it's old and dented.
Right.
We can make it look like this. We can put vertical up, or we can
Look
put
like a
this
batten
beautiful
look.
Bella stone up. We can make your whole house change its entire appearance, use any combination of it. And that's what guys like Patrick are trained to come out and show you all the different looks we can do
That
for
doesn't
you.
just look like stone. That feels like stone. That is.
It's as durable as stone,
nice.
except it won't chip. Don't have
Sure.
to maintain it. Don't
All
have to wash.
We got to go, but quickly, what's going on this month?
What's our annual whole house sale? So everything you see, anything you buy 3 of, we'll give you 1 free. And if you'll mention this show this week and schedule your appointment, we'll double your gift card, which would mean you could go out to dinner twice
Nice.
on us.
All right.
And we'll give you an extra 5% off. Just mention Indy Style, though.
Okay, just to mention Indy Style. That's awesome. All right.
Thanks very much.
Can I?